Hello everyone, we are Group 15 and we analyze the impact of popularity and performance on strikers' salaries in European soccer leagues. While field performance metrics such as FIFA ratings is traditionally seen as the primary drivers of wages, we try to analyze the role of off-field factors like popularity in determining strikers' salaries. Therefore, our research question is how do popularity metrics, specifically Google Trends scores, influence the salaries of top strikers in the top 5 European soccer leagues from 2014 to 2024, focusing on players who rank among the top 500 forwards by FIFA ratings over the decade and played at least 5 seasons. These are three datasets that we use. We use top 5 European League dataset to extract strikers' performance data. We use FIFA dataset to get top 500 players from 2015 to 2024 based on their FIFA ratings and calculated mean wages. Lastly, we use Google Trends dataset to get strikers' relative popularity.
Moving into the exploratory data analysis. At first, we focused on wage distribution to understand how the wages differed between all the top 500 players. So from this histogram, we can see that it's right skewed, and most players have a mean wage of around 50,000 euros, with just around 10 players with a mean wage over 250,000 euros. Therefore, we can reasonably conclude that the majority of players that are ranked among the top 500 players have an average salary of 50,000 euros, with very few who have exceptionally higher wages. And from this bar plot, we can see that the top 10 players with the highest mean wage, where the salary goes from roughly 260,000 to 460,000 euros, with the highest earning player being Lionel Messi.
We first use a player's average goals plus assists across the last 10 seasons to measure the performance. Using average goals plus assists as a performance metric, we can see that there isn't a clear relationship between performance and mean wage. This makes sense because there are some really good players who just tend to not score or give too much assists, but that doesn't mean that they are bad players. We move on to use FIFA ratings as a metric for a player performance. FIFA rating was a way better metric for a player performance because it took a holistic approach to rate a player. Here we can see that there's a clear relationship between a player performance, as measured by their FIFA ratings, and their wage. To make this even clearer, we looked at the average wage for each overall rating. We can very clearly see that there's a positive relationship between a player performance and their wage. One notable thing is that players with ratings above 90 tend to get a significant wage increase. This makes sense because only exceptional players get FIFA ratings above 90. Here we just linearized the graph before because we wanted to build an OLS model, which we will see later in the presentation.
Okay, lastly, we look into the relationship between players' log relative popularity and their mean wage. To understand the trend, we applied a linear regression line, which is the orange line in the plot. This line shows that for each unit increase in the log of relative popularity, the mean wage increases by around 24,000 euros. The positive slope clearly indicates that players with high popularity tend to earn higher wages. And here we also apply log transformation to players' mean wage in the plot to make it more linear.
The R-squared value for FIFA ratings and log transform wages is 0.989, and a 1-point increase in FIFA ratings results in a 15% rise in log transform wages. However, fewer data points in this analysis may contribute to its consistency. In comparison, the R-squared value for popularity and log transform wages is lower at 0.466. While popularity positively impacts wages, with each 1 unit increase in log transform popularity raising wages by 29%, it explains this variation in performance, making it a less reliable predictor of salary. Both performance and popularity play significant roles in determining player wages. However, performance has a stronger predictor. We say this because of the lower R-squared value in popularity, meaning it is fair to acknowledge that performance is a better indicator than popularity for a player's weekly salary. However, a key limitation of our analysis was the inability to merge league performance data with FIFA ratings. This limited our ability to analyze combined metrics and fully explore the interaction between different aspects of performance and their influence on wages.